What's going on, guys? Welcome to bullgearrc videos. Now today we are going to review the budget build Scx24 and the no budget build Scx24, as I've had an opportunity to run these things both out on the rocks. We are going to also introduce a new project, and but before we get started with all that, I'm going to do a couple shout outs here. First one is to RC Misfits. You see them up here on the backdrop. That is a RC shop that's in the Philadelphia area, and I dropped in there the other day, met those guys over there. Really cool guys. It's a pretty cool shop, man. They got a lot of vintage stuff up on the top shelf that was really catching my eye. Things that you don't normally see. But anyway, yeah, man, I just wanted to give these guys a shout out, man. Thanks for the t-shirt. I appreciate that. And it's good meeting you, and I will drop in over there again next time I'm around the way. So, yeah, and the next shout out we got, guys, this goes to TJ, the RC guy. He had a contest on his channel, and he was giving away a set of these millstone wheel wideners and wheel weights. These things are nice, man. That's a good little bit of weight right there. These are for your 1/24 scale stuff. And I was actually like a third chance winner on these. The first couple guys that won the drawing, for one reason or another, apparently they didn't get sent these, but third time was a charm. And yeah, they pulled my name, and TJ sent these over to me, and I do appreciate it, brother. These are pretty sweet. I don't know if I'm going to install them on the no budget build, or if I'm going to install these on the Scx24 Wraith that I got. But either way, I'm going to figure that out, and we're going to install these on something, brother, and I do appreciate it. We're going to put them to good use. All right, so let's get into reviewing what we got so far with these two trucks, guys. Both trucks now have new wheels, tires, shocks. This one has cosmetic work. It's got this beautiful paint job done by Fern Solo. This one hasn't got any cosmetics done to it yet, but we do have a 100-turn motor, Hobby Plus 100-turn motor, with a 10-tooth pinion that I robbed out of an old junk steering servo. So we ran them both on the rocks, and well, I was kind of impressed with both. I haven't done a full droop suspension on any rigs yet, but this thing is just working. I kind of like it. It moves a little bit different than I'm used to, but the center of gravity on this truck is low. These RC four-wheel drive tires are hooking up pretty decent. It's just working out. It's definitely an improvement over stock. The truck's just beautiful, man. I really like that truck. So that's where we're at with this one. With this one, we did the modified shocks. These are Hobby Plus CR24 axial hybrid shocks that gave us our lift. They give us more suspension. The suspension articulation is about equal on both trucks, so that's pretty good. The tires, the CR20 or the CR18 wheels and tires, they seem to be hooking up pretty decent on the rocks. Center of gravity a bit higher on this truck, of course. Well, you know, it's jacked up. This one sits down low, so this one's got a little higher center of gravity. But with the 100-turn motor and the 10-tooth pinion, this one, the low speed control on this one is better than this one, in my opinion. So even, you know, like I said, even with the taller tires, this one is working. This one is really working. So that's I would have to call it just about a draw. Like I said, this one's got more weight down low. It's a little bit heavier, lower center of gravity. This one has better low end torque and better controllability at this point. So it's about it's pretty much a draw on these right now. And the point of this, guys, is, you know, you can throw a whole bunch of money at modding your trucks, or you can do it cheaply and still have just as much performance, if not a little bit more in certain circumstances, like we're seeing with the low speed control on this one. So moving forward with this one I'm gonna start doing probably hot racing upgrades. I'm looking at actually there's a company called Teal. They make some really sweet axle housings for this, so I'm looking at maybe using the Teal axle housings, some hot racing aluminum stuff on this one. On this one, we need to add a little weight down low. I might even I'm thinking about maybe seeing if I can make some brass links or something for this one cheaply, and see if we can get a little bit more weight down low on this one. As far as cosmetics, I haven't done anything to this yet, but I might do a little bit of, you know, cheap cosmetics to this one as we move forward. But yeah, all in all, guys, both of them performing better than stock. And you know, like I said, this one's really surprising me for no more money than I've put into this thing and upgrades. This thing is really working out good so far. It's you know, really impressive to me how much better it does than it did stock with just a minimal amount of, you know, upgrades in it. So moving forward, we're going to also be doing some steering servos. That's the obvious next choice, is some steering servos. Now, there is the ECX servo for these things that are like $7. I don't know that that's what's going to go in here, because I have one of these little Eco Power 13-gram servos. I already have it, so I'm going to probably stick that in this one. Like I said, it's not the cheapest option, but, you know, it's going to be a good option. And with the price of this and the other upgrades, it still doesn't cost what the wheels cost on this one. And for this one, obviously, we're going all out. So this one's going to get the Reefs 99 micro servo, because, yeah, just because. So like I said, now guys, I was going to introduce a new project that we're going to also be working on, and some of you are going to laugh at me about this, and well, let me just show you what it is. All right, guys, so here we have it. I told you some of y'all was going to laugh at me for what I was about to show you, but this is the new project. This is an ECX Barrage. Now, you're probably saying, why would Uncle Lee get an ECX Barrage? These are probably the worst of the 1/24 scale crawlers. I mean, it don't crawl. It's fast. Yeah. You can see it's got no gear reduction. This thing is just, you know, you can just roll it. Yeah, it's real fast. It's ugly. It's just, you know, it's just ugly. It's not pretty. So why do I have this thing? Well, the deal was, I stopped in at a place called Hurricane Hobbies while I was in Jacksonville a couple weeks back. And we were just, I was talking about the channel and telling him that, you know, I've been messing with 1/24 scale stuff. And he said he had some barrages, and I wasn't really interested until he said, well, you know, I got one in the back room. And this one, apparently somebody bought it, and the steering servo didn't work. And, well, I got it for about that much money with no steering servo working. And it just so happened that I had a steering servo from the Hobby Plus little truck there, and I stuck it in here. Works real good. Well, this thing's stupid fast. Doesn't have any torque. Won't crawl. So I thought to myself, how could I make this cool? And actually, while I was there, I found this. This also came from Hurricane Hobbies. And this is a Tamiya mini motor low speed gearbox, 4 speeds. And I'm looking at it, and you can gear this thing down. It's got different gear ratios that we can install in here while we build it. It's not 4 speeds like it shifts. It's got 4 different gear ratios that we can select. And you know, we can do 71.4, 149.9, 314.9, and 661.2 to 1 gear ratios. So I'm thinking that for this one, this is really similar to the Hobby Plus. As a matter of fact, looking underneath, the axles are different externally, but internally they're the same. The skid plate seems to be pretty much similar. The transmission mount is just a little bit different than the Hobby Plus, because I was just going to put the Hobby Plus transmission in here to gear this thing down. But yeah, I got a, you know, it's got a little Barrage motor, and some people say they like to put those in the axials. So I figured for what I got this thing for, you know, I got this for less than I got in mods for that one. I'll put it to you that way. I got it pretty cheap. So we're going to build, coming up, we're going to build this little Tamiya mini gearbox, and we're going to install it in here and see if we can get this thing to get some low-end torque. And I'm going to challenge myself and see if it's possible to make this thing look good or cool or something. But yeah, that's a little something that we're gonna do, and that's coming up. So stay tuned for that if that's something you're interested in. Maybe you got a Barrage, maybe you got one of the ones that look better than this with the cool. Some of them got a cool body, but this one happens to not. But yeah, we'll see if we can get this thing crawling, because you know I'm always on the quest for torque in these little 24 scale stuff. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing working with this gearbox. Hopefully this will work out better than the double motor one I did in the Hobby Plus. And so we're gonna give it a try. This does have a worm gear on the motor, so you know she's gonna have a real good drag brake for sure. But anyway, that's what's coming up, guys. We're gonna do a Tamiya Barrage, and then I will do something with this body, see if we can get this thing looking good. You know, just kind of something to tinker with, and maybe it'll be interesting to you. So until next time, guys, Uncle Lee, bullgearrc video said, I'll see ya.